Hi all, welcome to the another video on programming. In this video, I show you how to pass variable number of arguments to a function in Java language. In Java, the variable length arguments are specified by using three periods, also called as ellipses. Here the usage of the variable number of arguments in the function definition is like this. As argument, we are using three dots followed by the name of that variable. Here I am using arg as a variable name, and the type decides the type of arguments we are passing to this function. Then this function will access this variable length argument arg as an array internal to that function. Then in this function body, we can use arg as a normal array to access the elements of that variable length argument. Now we will look at various examples. Here I have two examples. The first one is fun1, so which is taking the variable length arguments of type float. So here inside this fun1, we can use numbers as an array. In the second example, we have fun2 as a function which is taking a string as a first argument, and the second argument is marks, which is variable length argument. Which is also possible. We can also pass normal arguments with variable length argument. But the thing is, we have to pass the variable length argument as a last argument to the function. If you observe in these both cases, the variable length argument is the last argument. Now I am considering another example where I am going to pass three arguments. The first one is integer argument, and the second one is variable length argument of double, and the third argument is a character argument C. If you observe here, the variable length argument is not a last argument in that list, then automatically you will get an error if you execute this program. Now we will see a couple of examples where we are going to pass variable length arguments for the functions. Now I am going to implement a function which accepts the variable number of integers as input and produces the sum of all those numbers as output. For that I am defining a function now. If you observe the function header here, the name of the function is sum_fun, and which is a static method, and it is returning nothing. And the variable length argument here is args, and all arguments here are integers. Now I am taking integer sum with initial value 0 in it. I already mentioned that we can access that variable length arguments args as a normal array, so that I am using a for loop to access the individual elements of that variable length argument args. Inside the for loop, now I am writing a statement to sum all the elements present in that args array. Now after the for loop, I am displaying the value present in that sum variable, which is the implementation of a function sum_fun, which accepts variable length argument args and displays the sum of all the integers received. Now within the main function, I am calling that function sum_fun with different number of arguments. So in the first call, I am passing only one argument, that is 10. In the second call, I am passing two integer arguments, 10 and 20. In the third call, I am passing 10, 20, 33 integer arguments. Now I am executing this program. Then I got the result, sum is equal to 10 in the first line, sum is equal to 30, that is the sum of 10 and 20 here in the second line, and the sum is equal to 60, that is the sum of 10, 20, 30 in the third line. So now we will look at another example. In this second example, I am going to implement a function which accepts the student name and the marks he got in various subjects as input. And this function displays the percentage of the marks that student got. For that, I have implemented a function called percentage, which is accepting a first argument called name, which is a string type, and the next argument it is accepting is the variable length argument marks. And then I have considered a sum variable, and then I found the sum of all the marks obtained by the student received by variable length argument, and then I have displayed the percentage of marks he obtained based on the marks he got. Now from the main function, I am calling the percentage function with the name of the student, student1, and then the marks he obtained in two subjects, 50 and 60. And in the next call of the percentage function, the name of the student is student2, and I am sending the marks obtained by that student in three different subjects. So in the first case, I am sending two arguments. In the second case, I am sending three arguments into variable length argument marks. If I run this program, Then I got the percentage of marks he got for the first call, that is 55%. For the marks 50% and 60%. In the second line, he got the percentage of marks he got for the three subjects, 75, 90 and 89. So here finally we have to remember one thing, the variable length argument that we are passing to the function must be the last argument. So that's all guys. In this way you can pass variable length of arguments to any function by using 3 dots in Java. I will meet you in the next video with a new concept. Until that, keep practicing.